Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon, but being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Tannehill. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers in the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens over the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12. And sending them on to the AFC title game. And oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
I'm going to show you, man.
And this is going to be brought back for the Baltimore touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took. There was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. First down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Flags come as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. All the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The tackle made by L.J. Ford. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He can run for it, and he will. With a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Murray steps away. Now he'll pull it down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Just shy of midfield.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Shotgun now from Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 48 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Going left. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. K.J. Wright, the one who shot in there to get him down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And that play is blown out, losing yardage back at the 35. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Well, indeed, go for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 46 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll throw.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Carson with 1st down and more. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right up off the bat. It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 51 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is right through.
The game at 7. Jason.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. Because some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run for Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And that Texas starts off a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Matt is a very, very fickle man.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And some room to work. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a pickup at 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Throwing is Jackson. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see it, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they do.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will make it into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 71 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you. Try and score when given the opportunity.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Wilson on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson dancing to his left. Airing it out for Olsen. His throw incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he is in for a Seahawks touchdown. David Moore, as the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
First down, Baltimore.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Seahawks 35, Ravens 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
22 yards. First down, Ravens.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
7 yards, the pickup there.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Trotted down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
The kick is good.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
from the 31. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Seahawks 42, Ravens 21.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
I'm the best in the game. I'm the best in the game.
And he will take this one. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Benson Mayowa, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
2nd down.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And we'll end up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
10 yards. And it's 3rd.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up in